Hello and welcome to another edition of The Week That Was, a weekly program where we review the headlines of the past week. This week we are looking at the headlines from 4th January to 10th January. And among these headlines are the first commercial landings at the Mopa Airport and the taxi imbroglio, the High Court judgment on sound pollution, and activists asking for the second opinion poll, especially with regard to Madei. To discuss these and other headlines, I have with me and my pleasure to welcome Mr. Avid Bagle, the editor of Dainik Herald.
Namaskar.
Welcome to the program.
Namaskar.
So, the first story that we have for this week is dated Wednesday, January 4th. And that has to do with the headline which actually occurred on 3 days, 3 consecutive days in Herald, the Voice of Goa. The first headline reads, "Miles apart. Now a bus ride home awaits Mopa passengers." So basically at the time of printing this on January 3rd, there was no sign of any arrangement for taxi travel. And the Kadamba buses were the only rides which were announced and which would take the passengers home. Then we have on the next day the same story pertaining to Mopa and transport from Mopa. As the first flight lands, taxi connectivity at Mopa is yet to take off. And although the flight bookings were showing an upward trend and it was trumpeted as a big occurrence in the history of Goa, still the taxi issue was not sorted. And on the third headline, that is Friday the 6th of January, we have the Mopa's first arrivals and people singing and dancing to the tunes of the band. But after this initial exuberance and happiness which many of them expressed to the media also, the passengers who arrived by the flights had to wait for hours together to catch a taxi. One, because the taxis has all gone to the destinations, and second thing, because the taxi app could not be downloaded because of poor Wi-Fi.
I'll tell you, when government is a partner or a stakeholder in any project, always there is a steering committee. Is appointed by the government to look after the project. If you take an example of Mopa, when we are discussing the Mopa Airport, there was a steering committee appointed for the Mopa Airport, which was monitoring the progress. Even the government has formed Mopa Planning and Development Authority, comprising of that all 6 villages. There is one authority also formed. So Mopa development or anything, it is a responsibility of that authority. And government was planning to inaugurate that airport in 2021 initially. Because of court case, it got delayed by 1.5 years. So government was well aware that in 2022 this Mopa airport will be inaugurated. If you are planning for a big scale airport, 900 to 1000 taxis are required at a time. That everybody knows, because these people who are ruling now, they are traveling either to Hyderabad, Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai or Kolkata. The same scale airport you have in Goa. So same scale of the services are required in Goa. So 1000 taxis are required, that you know much before the inauguration. So now the steering committee comes in picture. The steering committee had decided that in the direct or indirect employment, the first preference will be given to project affected villages, then Pennem Taluka, then rest of Goa.
Very much.
Have you taken any meetings in these villages, Pennem villages, and register for? I am not talking about on the eve of the inauguration. You have done much more before, 1 year in advance. How much taxis are available? How many taxis are required? Is anybody interested in investment in taxis? Whether the government can float a scheme that the youth from the Perne, unemployed youth, girls or boys, can buy a taxi and they can get gainfully employed at the Mopa Airport.
Yeah.
They should have done 1 year in advance in a phase-wise manner.
Yeah.
So by the time the Mopa gets inaugurated, the infrastructure for the traveling
Is ready.
is ready. That has been not done.
Yeah.
Secondly, the Goa Mas app was there, and government has launched now new app.
Yeah.
Suppose somebody is traveling from Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, or anywhere, Pune.
Yeah.
He lands in Goa. How he will come to know that Goa has a different app?
Yeah.
Because Ola, Uber, Meru, these 3 players are available everywhere.
Yeah.
Goa Mas, it is a Goa centric, and you are launching one more app.
Yeah.
If somebody, you and me, forget we are Goans, we are from Hyderabad, we are coming to Goa, we land at Mopa.
Yeah.
What we will do? We will ask for the taxi. Then they say, no, you have to download the app.
Yeah.
That is the situation, that is what has happened first day at the Mopa.
Yeah.
There was no app available.
Yeah.
And because so many people were trying to download,
Yeah.
there was a congestion in the network also,
Yeah.
mobile network also, and there was a Wi-Fi issue also
Yeah.
at that particular airport. So there was a chaos.
Yeah.
So government should have done much before. Now also they must think of international flights.
Yeah.
International flights are will land after a few days. What is the planning now? They have to do the exercise. What is the requirement of the foreign tourists who will come? What kind of taxis they are asking for? Whether they are okay with the hatchback, SUVs, MUVs, which kind of taxis they require?
Yeah.
Whether such taxis are available,
Yeah.
or anybody is interested in purchasing. Then the transport department should be roped in to issue a permits in a fast track manner. Somebody
Yeah.
applies, next day you have to give them, if the taxi is ready,
Yeah.
give them the permit. So
Yeah.
then the taxi can be sent to Mopa Airport.
Yeah.
This is basically a government created problem. I am not fully blaming government also, because Mopa Airport, government has a stake, but it is a private airport. GMR International Limited
Yeah.
is a owner. I mean, now the operator for that airport.
Yeah.
They have also not done anything.
Yeah.
Government also remains silent spectator. Because of both these people failed, the passenger ultimately they suffered.
And wasted hours and hours of
Yes,
that
yes,
process.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Then moving on to our second story for
Yeah.
this week, and that is also dated 4th of January.
Yeah.
This is the news which has to do with Goa BJP to launch signature campaign across the state to save Madai.
Yeah.
Now, it is very ironic that the central government is of the BJP,
Yeah.
the state government is of the BJP, Karnataka government is of the BJP,
Yeah.
and the BJP is wanting to launch a signature campaign.
Yeah.
That is one issue.
Yeah.
And the second is they have urged all the panchayats and the municipalities
Yeah.
which are supported by the BJP
Yeah.
to pass resolutions to save Madai.
Yeah.
Now, does not this look a little ironic, because when it is everything is within the family, you make a signature campaign to convince somebody
Yeah.
in your family in
Yeah.
order to solve this issue.
Twice the Goa Assembly has passed the unanimous resolution that Madai, the single drop, they will not allow to be diverted.
Yeah.
Once the Assembly took any resolution, is there anything that Panchayat should take a resolution? You cannot go backward.
Yeah.
Panchayat take the resolution, then the Jilla Panchayat, then Assembly. It is in chronology.
Yeah.
One can understand.
Yeah.
But the Assembly has passed twice the resolution.
Very important.
Yeah. And now we are asking Panchayat to pass the resolution. Forget about the emotional issues. Whether these resolutions have any legal standing, one must ask the question.
Yeah.
Is an emotional issue they are making out of it. If you recollect, there is a border dispute between Maharashtra and Karnataka. Some 800 odd villages Maharashtra is claiming that are now in a Karnataka.
Yeah.
If you remember 30 years back, 25 to 30 years back, these 800 villages have taken the resolution in their own village sabhas that they want to merge with the Maharashtra.
Okay.
What happened to that? Nothing happened in 30 years.
Yeah.
That case is now landed in Supreme Court,
Yeah.
and final hearing they are expecting very soon.
Yeah.
So same way, if the panchayats are taking resolution in support of Madai,
Yeah.
is there any legal standing? I don't think and there is any legal standing. They are only making an emotional issue.
Yeah.
So for taking the resolution, the Gram Sabha will pass a resolution, discussion will take place. But you rightly said, you have a government of same party in Goa, same party in Karnataka, and same party in center. Why they are not sitting together and bringing out some solution?
Yeah.
Solution is that they should honor the law of the land.
Yeah.
Karnataka cannot build a dam, bandara or anything on the Bandura now, Bandura Nala, because
Yeah.
Kalsa they already built.
Yeah.
Now they are trying for the Bandura.
Yeah.
Bandura, the river, this Nala, naturally they are diverting towards Malaprabha.
Yeah.
See that this Madai is coming towards Goa,
Yeah.
and the Malaprabha is going towards Hubli.
Yeah.
So they want the water in that belt. So they are just diverting that water
Yeah.
towards Malaprabha.
Yeah.
So passing a resolution it can have some emotional impact on the minds of the people and show them what is the Karnataka is doing.
Yeah.
Take them as a tourist in private vehicle. What harm in that?
Yeah.
It's our country only. Karnataka is not in Pakistan. Karnataka is in our India.
Yeah.
How they will ban us by visiting there?
Yeah.
We can visit the place. We will see what they are actually doing. Activists are visiting. Take the people also and create a awareness. Creating a awareness is foremost important rather than a blame game or the resolution game. Create awareness among the people what is actually happening.
Yeah. On January 5th,
Yeah.
we have our third story, 3 including 2 archives official land in SIT net.
Yeah,
Now these 2 staffers, Diresh Gangaram Naik and Mahesh Mado Naik,
yeah,
and Bandoda resident Anil Anand Naik are arrested for hatching a criminal conspiracy to grab land in Kalagur.
yeah,
Now, we will not go into the details about this particular case itself, but I am saying just as part of the media,
yeah,
we need to find out what happened, because this issue had taken the headlines for
Yeah.
quite some time,
quite some time.
and then it was handed over to the special investigation team.
Yeah,
Now it appears that the wisdom of forming an SIT and assigning it to the police officers was questioned, whether they have the aptitude and the intelligence to carry out this investigation, because this is not crime or murder.
yes,
This has to do with highly complex documents
yeah,
and ownership and
Yeah.
the trail from generation to generation, how the property was passed on.
yeah.
Now the question is, what is happening to these cases?
What will happen to these cases? The court or the time will decide. But where the government failed, that I will tell. Suppose any patch of land is there.
Yeah.
It was last surveyed in somewhere in 1974.
Huh.
After that, there is no survey.
There is no survey.
So who owns this patch of land? Nobody knows now.
Yeah.
So there should be a survey. And if you have old documents, why you are not maintaining properly, computerizing it, digitalization? You have to do it.
Yeah.
And then only, because how the archive people they come in picture, they are the custodian.
Yeah.
So somebody asks for any document, whatever they certify, that is correct, because they are the custodian. So you make everything public on a computer. So if anybody on any survey number who is the owner, on a click will come to know this is the owner.
Yeah.
So this fraud will be eliminated if government steps in. Government must take rather than pushing some strength for the investigation, they should take some corrective measures now only to avoid such thing in future.
In future.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we move to our fourth story, and this is a very important story. This has to do with the newspaper of Herald dated 6 January.
Yeah.
And the story is about the High Court rapping the state government for failing to act against the EDM.
Yeah.
Now in this there are several observations which have been made by the High Court, especially with regard to governance, with regard to government and government departments.
Yeah.
and the court has directed the chief secretary to file a preliminary report supported by an affidavit,
Yeah.
and the court has observed that the chief secretary has to state who is prima facie responsible for the dereliction of duty, and he must indicate whether any action should be taken against such officials, including the district magistrate, deputy collector and sub-divisional police officer, who are responsible for monitoring the noise pollution, especially at this EDM.
Yeah. Forget about that EDM. Per se, there is a party and they are violating the voice
Guidelines.
level norms.
Yeah.
The Act provides that it can be monitored by a revenue department.
Yeah.
In the deputy collector, Mamladar, they have their own machinery
Yeah.
first. Secondly, police have their own machinery.
Yeah.
Thirdly, pollution control board, they have their own machinery.
Yeah.
And interesting is, there is no coordination between these machinery.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Who will monitor what and where, it is not decided. There is no coordinating or a nodal officer
Yeah.
to deal with this such kind of things.
Yeah.
Government must frame some policy that if suppose any party permission is given, who will monitor that? Because for the party they have permission.
Yeah.
Beyond certain the hours, if you want to play music or something, you take a permission.
Yeah.
While giving permission, you must fix the responsibility. Who will monitor it?
Yeah.
Whether the pollution control board will monitor it, whether revenue department will monitor or the police will
Police.
monitor.
Yeah.
So you must fix the responsibility. In this case, everybody is responsible now.
Yeah.
Because revenue is police and the pollution control board.
Yeah.
Three people, they are responsible.
Yeah.
So now it is interesting that the chief secretary in investigating in this matter,
Yeah.
so he will interpret now.
Yeah.
The interpretation will come now.
Yeah.
Whose responsibility is there?
Now the government departments also got a sorry figure, but the pollution control board
Yeah.
said that they had intimated to the police
Yeah.
that the noise levels were being violated.
Yes.
And the police say in court that they were not informed.
Yeah.
So the blame game has been observed by the court.
Yeah. No, because they inform might be on phone or email. We don't know, because this is late night happening.
Yeah.
Late night the official email IDs are available or not on the ground, because the pollution control board might have sent some junior officer there
Yeah.
to look out there.
Yeah.
He might have informed some senior officer. I don't know what is actually happened.
Yeah.
But the thing is that rightly mentioned in a newspaper, there is lack of coordination.
Yeah.
They should fix some nodal agency, nodal
Yeah.
officer.
Yeah.
Suppose the deputy collector, so he will control everything.
Yeah.
If the pollution control board people are deputed there, it will be directly controlled by a deputy collector. In military, navy or air force, they have some SOPs, standard operating procedures.
Yeah.
If any deployment is there of various agencies, who will lead? So the person who is controlling is that he is called as general officer commanding,
Yeah.
and he has a control and command. So he will be in charge of whole thing, whether they belong to another unit or not. It is not a question.
Yeah.
He will control. Likewise, in civil also,
Yeah.
government must define who will control.
Yeah.
Whether it is deputy collector, then deputy collector's order will be binding on even on police department, even the pollution control board, although it is autonomous body.
Yeah.
Government must appoint somebody as a nodal thing.
Yeah.
Then only that problem may be solved.
Yeah. Okay. Then 8th of January, that is Sunday.
Yeah.
That means the news happened on Saturday
Yeah.
that NGOs and civil society organizations, they came together under the banner of Save Goa, Save Madai Front,
Yeah.
and they have given a clarion call for a second opinion poll on January 16, and this time is to save Madai.
Yeah.
Now the question arises is, why are the NGOs and civil society organizations forced to come on the streets?
Yeah.
is there a lack of opposition parties taking up this issue in a very vociferous and a strong manner?
Yeah.
And the call has been given by the front for all like-minded people, including political leaders, to join them in the battle to save Madai.
Yeah. It is good that civil societies woke up on this issue. That is good sign of any society.
Yeah.
If the civil society is coming forward. But you rightly ask, what is opposition is doing?
Yeah.
Right now, if you see, opposition is busy in blaming ruling camp. A ruling camp is blaming opposition camp. This fight is on now.
Yeah.
In Karnataka, if you see on Madai issue, forget about their political differences. Congress, JDS, BJP, they are together on that issue.
Yeah.
On the border issue in Maharashtra, Congress, NCP, Shiv Sena, everybody they are together in Maharashtra on the border dispute issue.
Yeah.
But in Goa, what we see the picture, BJP and allies ruling,
Separate.
Congress, Goa Forward, RG, independent people, they have separate voices.
Yeah.
Although they are singing in same tune, they are not together.
Yeah.
They are not singing together. They sing a same
Separately.
tune. Yeah. We want to save Madai, but they are not singing together. It
Yeah.
gives a wrong picture.
Yeah.
They should come together. They should forget their differences. Now they are asking for the opinion poll.
Yeah.
In opinion poll, any opinion poll, there are two options.
Yeah.
They must have two options,
Yeah.
either A or B.
Yeah.
What is the B option they are saying? They want to save Madai.
Yeah.
Second option is what? Give Madai. Means the demand of opinion poll itself is a wrong choice. There can't be any opinion poll on this. We must be together to save Madai.
Yeah.
There can't be, you can't ask for any opinion poll. When you ask for opinion poll, there is a option B, give Madai, save Madai or give Madai. You can't think of give Madai, you must save Madai. So there can't be any opinion poll as demanded by these people.
Yeah.
But it is good sign that civil society has woke up and they are now coming together with the all like-minded people and they are forming some platform.
Yeah.
I hope that this platform and government will come together one day and they will fight for our Madai.
Now, on Monday, 9th of January, very shocking news and very disturbing news.
Yeah.
The lives of 2 children in Kandoli snuffed out.
Yeah.
And after that, it was found that the father is a suspect in the crime and he himself committed suicide, so to say. Now, in today's newspaper, that is on 10th of January, the news which is given by the police is that there is no other, there are no other motives except for family dispute. And this is the reason why this has happened.
Yeah.
Now, people who are in the know with regard to the case, one is the DIG of Goa, Bosco George. He has said what triggered this murder, suicide is still under investigation, and for us to draw any conclusion at this juncture is not proper.
Yes.
But today they have said it has to do with a family dispute.
Yes.
And Mr. Tomazin Cardoz, who was the speaker, and Joy Fernandes, who worked in the speaker's office and then in Theatre Academy when Tomazin Cardoz was the chairman, has said Joy was a very good person, active and very influential with great contact with politicians and church authorities. And he also says what prompted him to take this step is not known.
Yeah. This case is under investigation, but the prima facie what we look at, it may be the family matter.
Yeah.
But it is the talk of the town that maybe because of unemployment, gainful unemployment, he might have taken that step. Or there may be a fight between husband and wife. We don't know because it is still under investigation. But the thing is that if it is a suicide or the murder due to unemployment, then it is a serious issue. Then it is a serious issue because that person was gainfully employed, as you rightly said, in Thomasin's office and then in Theatre Academy. After Thomasin left him, when Prince Jacob was president. At that time, he might have
Yeah,
resigned.
he resigned after about a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he resigned. So there was a question of employment. So what government can do is mostly for such people who are leaving the jobs. How to keep that track and data is also a question. But government must ensure some mechanism of some counseling, because the mental health of any citizen,
Yeah.
it should be a concern of a government.
Yeah.
They must take care of a mental health of the citizen.
Yeah.
So I don't know what mechanism government can do, but they must do some mechanism by the way that the counseling facility is available.
Yeah.
At least at taluka level or 3-4 villages cluster, the counseling facility is a must. See, they have appointed a counselors in schools.
Yeah.
That is a good step.
Yeah.
But in society also,
Yeah.
for the well-being, the mental health of the people, the counseling facilities are must.
And it is seen that as the society develops and
Yeah.
there is so-called modern development in
Yeah.
inverted commas, you find that the need for counseling,
Yeah.
especially family well-being
Yeah.
and mental health,
In
is
competitive world,
more and
yeah, fittest survives.
yeah,
So some people they are unfit or not getting fit
yeah,
because
they don't fit into the society.
Yeah. So for taking care of such people, government must come forward. I don't know what mechanism. I am sorry, I cannot suggest what mechanism should, but there must be some mechanism.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
It's very difficult, but you must keep a track.
yeah.
Who lost the job? What he is doing?
And you see, over a period of time, as Goa develops and
Yeah.
Goa is a city state,
Yeah.
you'll find that a number of NGOs
Yeah.
have taken the step forward and
Yeah.
started counseling centers, including online distress
In
calls.
Singapore, they have one system called neighborhood police.
Yeah.
Neighborhood police means a certain policeman is appointed for one particular region,
Yeah.
and he never get transferred. He knows each and every person from that area.
Yeah.
He keeps the track,
Including senior citizens.
including senior citizens, whether he has employment, whether he has some family problem. So he interferes or the guides. Such system can be adopted here, a neighborhood police or any
Yeah.
kind of, you can name any system,
Yeah.
but there should be somebody who knows all people
Okay.
from the particular area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And our last story, that's the seventh story for today, that
Yeah.
is dated January 10th, the day we are shooting this incident. And this has to do with the sitting of the Goa Legislative Assembly.
Yeah.
Now, House to hold special discussion on contentious Madai issue.
Yeah.
Now, this assembly session is only slated for 4 days.
Yeah.
And the grouse of the opposition party and the people is that increasingly the sittings of the number of days on which they sit has been reduced. Now, this assembly session will not have the private members day, that is Friday, which is
Friday.
designated for
Yeah.
private members business.
Yeah.
And there are various reactions. The opposition parties themselves have said that the number of the calling attention motions have been limited.
Yeah.
The data which they can ask for has been limited to 5 years.
5 years. Yes.
They have also said so opposition space is shrinking.
Yeah.
And you also find that the previous speaker, Mr. Tomazin Cardozo, also has made an observation
Yeah.
that the sittings of the Goa Assembly are increasingly becoming less and less.
Yes. Yes. In democracy, the voices of the opposition should be heard by the government. That is
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah,
What is the forum available? Assembly.
yeah,
So at least 30 to 40 days of the assembly sessions, working days I am talking about,
yeah,
excluding the Sundays and the holidays and the Saturdays.
yeah,
30 to 40 sittings are must in a year
yeah,
for a healthy democratic process.
yeah,
Here what they are asking for a special session
Yeah.
or the time for a discussion.
yeah,
Rightly they have a right to discuss
yeah,
about the Madai, but what they are going to discuss should not harm our case in Supreme Court.
yeah,
That also they must keep in mind, because
yeah,
this matter, although we are talking here,
yeah,
people are talking on the street, or the NGOs are blaming government on any other forums,
Yeah.
this matter is sub judice
Yeah.
before the Supreme Court,
Yeah.
because the tribunal has given the verdict, and the Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka, they have challenged that verdict before the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
There are two cases now in three cases in Supreme Court. One, original Madai Bachao Abhiyan's case.
Yeah.
Then the second, government withdrew and the tribunal was formed.
Yeah.
The tribunal verdict is challenged.
Yeah.
Third one, after the verdict, Karnataka government has not honored the stay order,
Yeah.
and they build something, some burnt-like structure at Kalsa,
Yeah.
on Kalsa Nala, at Jamboti, near Jamboti, they have built something. So the contempt petition is also there in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Now again some application Goa government intends to file in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So there is a case going on in Supreme Court.
Yeah.
When some case is going on, you cannot leak your strategy. Suppose, I'll tell you, suppose the parliament, it is in session and some war is broke out somewhere on a border,
Yeah.
say eastern border or the western border. Whether you will discuss in a parliament, you will do this, we will do that, it can't be. It
Yeah.
can't be like this. So strategically, government cannot answer you in an assembly what the government really intends to do.
Yeah.
It is I fully agree. It is a right of a MLA to know everything,
Yeah.
but it cannot be discussed in an assembly, because if you discuss in an assembly, the Karnataka counterpart, because now the telecast of the assemblies are live,
Yeah, so
it can be
strategy
seen
is
any,
open to them.
yeah. So they will come to know, oh, okay, Goa government is intends to like this. They will then form their counter strategy
Yeah.
to counter us.
Yeah.
So we must limit ourselves what we want to do, and they should express their concern. That's it.
Yeah.
They cannot discuss. They should avoid the discussing of strategy about a Madai on the floor of the house. They must avoid.
Yeah.
They must avoid.
And
Yes.
just as a consolation, the Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has told
Yeah.
that the budget session will be of 21 days.
Good. I hope so.
So on that positive note, we
Yeah.
wind up the week that was. We hope that you enjoyed our program. I thank my guest, Mr. Avid Bagle, editor of Dainik Herald, for being on this program and for giving us his insights and analysis. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Keep watching Herald TV.